Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode. The second episode of I Was Thinking with Robbie McElhaney. I am blessed today, folks. Beyond blessed to have Garrett Belich with me. I can do this. Ready? You ready for this? You can't hear it. Okay.
I hear it. It's very
Did you
nice.
hear it?
This is very great. You and your lovely fiance, you two are like podcast revolutionaries
We're
right
trying.
now.
We're
Up and
trying.
running in like 2 days.
It's crazy.
Very
right?
impressive.
It is crazy. Before we get started, make sure you follow me on all my socials, Facebook, Instagram. I haven't broke Twitter yet like you.
You don't want to. Don't
That's-
go on there.
That's a whole thing. But
Stay away.
on TikTok, and make sure you tune in. There's all sorts of places you can catch our podcast, anywhere you listen to your podcasts, and hopefully this week will be on YouTube.
Yes.
Hopefully we got Garrett here. So, Garrett, I got a story to tell you.
Go ahead, Rob.
I got a story to tell you. First off, me and you go way back. We go way back to the crazy days at Hopewell High School. Even farther back. This is my mother's favorite story. You ended my basketball career. Let's see if you remember.
I don't remember. Go ahead.
All right, so this was back in the illustrious in-house basketball days. Played at Hopewell Memorial Junior High School.
Fifth grade?
No, it was like third. We were youngsters. And it may have even just been like half-court games at that point. I forget if we played full court. And I am more of what you would call the heftier stature versus you. So I don't move very quick, and somebody decided it was a good concept to put me on you. And I'm sitting there playing strong defense, absolutely bodying you up. You break away because I don't move. And I horse collar tackle you in the middle of this gym.
No.
You don't remember this.
No recollection.
That breaks my heart.
And that was it. That's the story.
That was the story. You ended my babasketball career that day. That was the last
That's
year
why
I
you
played.
got into football, dude.
No, it was-
Horse
I
calling
guess.
people out in New Mexico.
We didn't tackle anybody out there. But couple things to talk about today, Garrett. We're going to talk about Mike McCarthy and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We haven't talked about this yet. Even on your show, I don't think we dove too far into it.
I feel like you're upset, but I feel the optimism. I feel like we're swinging in the right direction. Rob.
We're getting there. I'm a lot more optimistic today. I'm growing more optimistic by the day. Absolutely more optimistic. But we'll talk about the Steelers. I want to talk about Bill Belichick.
That's my cousin, dude. Be nice to him, bro.
Okay.
That's my fifth cousin. We're from the same village over in Croatia.
Okay.
So play nice on him.
Oh, I'm going to.
Him and his lady.
Him and
I think they're done. Kind of
Are they done?
hope he's all right.
Um,
Got to do a wellness check. But
prayers up.
I kind of wish he would. I don't know what you have to say about him. I wish he was in an advisory role of some kind, you know?
I don't disagree, but we'll get there.
Go ahead, Rob.
We'll get there.
Keep rolling.
Pittsburgh Pirates are apparently playoff bound per Pirates Fan Fest, and we'll get there. Royal Rumble. Do you watch WWE?
I don't, and that's the thing. A lot of my friends are into this Royal Rumble, and even growing up in the 2000s, it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
I never caught the bug.
Oh, we're gonna have to change that. I'm gonna get you, and then we'll talk about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So
Damn, it's like you're teaching a college class. This is impressive.
We have
bro.
an outline. We have PowerPoints.
Here we go.
Finals week coming up. So Mike McCarthy and the Steelers. Before we even get into Mike McCarthy, I want to talk about the whole end of the Mike Tomlin era and tenure.
Go ahead.
So, your thoughts on the Fire Tomlin chant?
Was that during the
During the season, was it
multiple times?
Multiple times, and that's a point I'm going to make. Multiple times, and we're only 2 weeks into this show, and this could very well end it for me because I don't disagree with it being time for Tomlin to go. I don't. I absolutely hated how fans handled it. Because there's a time in life for everything to go. That the Bible tells us there's a time for everything under the sun. there is a time for Mike Tomlin to leave, and I do agree that it was time. But, and it's hard to have sports without fans, but if you don't have a vested interest, and everybody can say, I pay to go see the game. Your $80 don't do jack shit for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
So if you don't have a vested interest, settle down a bit. And maybe I have a different perspective as a fired football coach. But if you're not invested, calm your ass down.
And that's the thing, Rob. We went to the Bears game
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago. My buddy sat up in the upper level and talked to some fans there.
Mm-hmm.
And they all, multiple people said, we would trade our left arm to have what the Steelers have had the last 10, 15 years. Now, us,
Right.
we expect better. And
Correct.
I personally expect better. At least go to the divisional round, the championship game. Like 2016, a lot of injuries in that 2015, 2016 year from what I remember. And that kind of plagued us down the rush. And then the drama that with Le'Veon Bell in 2016 was kind of a huge point that really set an unraveling ball down the line. But I think Tomlin did well. And
Absolutely.
I think he also is just more of that motivator. I think maybe he's had trouble putting personnel in underneath him that are innovative.
Yes.
And I think he's given them too long of a leash.
Absolutely.
And what's crazy is how the players, response from the players is what really caught my attention, is how upset they were and how caught off guard they were.
Well, yes. I think that there's a lot with that, and including, and when I'm going to come back to that, but when I say that stuff about fans, I don't think the fans were wrong. So please forgive me in advance for yelling at fans.
Yeah, and that's fine. You're going and you're paying
But
money.
a
lot of money.
And that's where fans do. I mean, as much as I say, if you don't have a vested interest in the success, you don't have a right to comment. Shit's expensive anymore.
Yes.
And when you're paying 85 plus, I mean, we got lucky when we went to see the Ravens up in cheap seats, which weren't cheap. I mean, that's tough in today's world. So I don't disagree. And again, I would have been the first to say it was time for Tomlin to go. It was time for Tomlin to go 5 years ago. But
yeah.
So I just wanted to preface that. Don't give up on the show because I was angry at fans. But we were talking about players' reactions, and I think, and we'll kind of get into that with Mike McCarthy. The Steelers have had just such tenured coaches, and it's been said for how long? It's been three head coaches since my grandparents were in their 20s, and so you don't get that in any professional sports organization, particularly the NFL. So I get the reaction from the players, but at the same time, you have to know something's coming. You have to.
Yeah. I don't think it should have been as big of a shock.
I don't.
To these gentlemen.
I don't. But I don't know. It's just I closing the door on Tomlin.
You seem like you're gonna miss him a little bit, Rob. I feel like part of you is you're gonna miss that
like
aviator
shorts.
smile on the side.
I like the the aviator smile. Turn into, well, this is a good segue. The aviator
what do you do?
Smile turned to Papa Mike. 62-year-old Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of ageism, Rob, but I'm kind of anti-ageist because I think there's a lot of smart talent. I don't really think.
Yeah.
I think life just gets started at 60. So I think we got to give him a chance. Let him build a nice staff underneath him. Let it rip, brother.
Well,
we bring in Dak Prescott. I'm just kidding.
I want nothing to do. And call me crazy. My to-be father-in-law, Matt, please apologize I apologize for saying this. I don't want anything to do with the Dallas Cowboys interfering in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. I don't know how you can mix anything, and it's the league. I know there's it's different. Like, as a former Slippery Rock guy, one place I would never coach at was IUP. just as being a slippery rock guy.
It's like Harvard, Yale, Duke, UNC. You just can't tread that line.
It's a whole different thing when you get to the league. But point I wanted to make, big discussion point, is the Mike McCarthy hire the most Pittsburgh thing possible? Because when given the opportunity to, I have an example. I told you we were going here pre-show. In my podcast cup, you see Kate just got me this cup because I apparently have a very loud gulp when I drink out of a bottle. So I have a podcasting
get that suction cup.
I have a podcasting cup now.
It's very nice.
So in my podcasting cup, I have Turner's iced tea. Hopefully soon to be sponsor of I Was Thinking with Robbie McElhaney, Turner's iced tea. So we talk about the most Pittsburgh thing. The thing with Pittsburgh is given the opportunity between option A of a Pittsburgh-related thing and option B of having nothing to do with Pittsburgh, what do we take 100% of the time?
The Pittsburgh thing.
The Pittsburgh thing, right? So you have Turner's iced tea. You have Gold Peak iced tea. I'm drinking Turner's tea, even though before the Pittsburgh gods shoot me down, Gold Peak, Pure Leaf, far superior to Turner's. I'm going to drink Turner's. We got the menu options for the bar at our wedding. Icy Light is a beer option. I don't drink. You bet your ass we're going to have Icy Light there. Just because it's a Pittsburgh beer.
So you're doing the whole Pittsburgh theme. You're going to have, everyone's going to wave the terrible towel when you guys come out.
We thought about that, but no, we're going for an Elvis theme.
An Elvis theme wedding?
Not theme, but we're going to have a little bit of an Elvis.
Just
flair.
Music selection.
Musicality.
Nice.
Wise. But anyways, Mike McCarthy hire, is that the most Pittsburgh thing just because he's the Pittsburgh guy?
I just think it was a little rushed. Do you feel that way? I think
absolutely. I think you give it a little bit of time, and Shula's the guy.
And I'm kind of speaking out of term in this football conversation. I follow a broad level fan. You know, I don't get too emotionally invested, but the Super Bowl's tomorrow. I think.
Yes.
I know a lot of teams are filling vacancies pretty quick, and there were a record number this year. Is that correct?
I believe so. It's something close to it, if not.
Teams are moving quick.
Yes.
So I get the urgency, but I also don't. You know, I also think they may at least wait for the Rams to get done. I don't know if the Shieldhouse or the Shula options were, maybe they just didn't pan out to be what they wanted, or they were still waiting for their season then. They hired him before the Rams even lost.
Before they lost, yeah.
So, I don't know, Rob. Just from an outside voice, maybe we just give it a shot. I think it's going to be a fun year next year.
I do, and I know I've sounded a little bit down on Mike McCarthy today. I'm not. I am every ounce optimistic because of what he can do with the quarterback position for a team that desperately needs to do something at the quarterback position.
That's what I want to ask you. I don't want to jump off the list, but what do you think we do at quarterback, Rob?
I will answer that like this. I hope hiring McCarthy was not selling out to save a 42-year-old quarterback.
You don't think Rodgers is going to want to come back? I hear that he has friction with some of the guys that McCarthy brought on.
I wouldn't doubt it. I had to lose the headphones.
I don't blame you. Sometimes you gotta ditch it, bro.
But I wouldn't doubt that. It's time. We need to break the stigma with the Pittsburgh Steelers of being so old school. Like, that's the one thing with the Steelers that hasn't changed. It's changed in personnel, obviously. But we are so behind in progressing.
Keep talking.
So, like, you look at Aaron Rodgers. Why do we sign him? Because we're so far behind. In my mind. Granted, he is one of the greatest to play the game. So, like, I get the Rodgers fans that are like, no, we are so far behind. And that's where I didn't like the approach this year. The whole selling out and going all in. What was that everybody was saying with Omar? We're going all in this year. Don't. Don't. Get a Will Howard who is a good quarterback, who I think is going to be the quarterback of the future for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really? You say that? You think that confidently? You think he's going to be the QB of the future?
The QB of the near future. We'll go with that. The QB of the near future.
What about Tua?
Listen, the day they go after Tua, don't come at me with this Tua thing.
I'm not going to derail you. I'm sorry.
I allow you into my house.
I'm not going to derail you.
I allow you into my home, and you bring it up Tua.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Anyways, I do. I mean, I like Will Howard. Is he the next Ben? No, not at all. But then again, that era is gone.
What era is gone?
The Ben Roethlisberger.
Right. Yeah.
Me playing at quarterback.
Yeah.
That's gone. So we need to progress a little bit? Yes. Is Will Howard the long term? No. But I think he's a guy you can get some.
It's left-handed, Rob.
It's not.
It's left-handed.
And listen,
he drinks kava before the games. No. Come on.
Listen,
give Tua a shot.
The air raid in me despises a left-handed quarterback. Absolutely.
Left-handed QB. I mean, just even from playing Madden, Mike Vick was the only one in Madden 07 where you could just snap the ball and take off.
And that's the thing, Mike Vick, you could snap the ball and take off.
It has to be a pain in the ass to set an offense up around a left-handed QB, just from an outside, just from playing the video game. Yeah,
everything's backwards.
You want to be on the right hash.
Mm-hmm.
Just Kellen Moore, did he play at Boise State in 2009, 2010? I played the NCAA video games.
Yeah.
That was I wanted to trade him. I wish I could, but it's college.
Now,
but in that era, you're stuck.
We're headed that way.
So, all right, go ahead, Rob.
No, anyway, but I mean that's the thing. I don't want this to be selling out to save a 42-year-old quarterback. I don't know that Will Howard is long term, but I think Will Howard wins you a couple games this year. I do think that. I think he wins you more games than Mason Rudolph.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think so many people don't agree with you there? Why do you think so many people are I mean, no, a lot of people do agree with you. I'm not saying they don't, but a lot of people are. It seems like it's a very polarizing opinion of whether or not he can lead the team next year.
I think people, and I could be wrong, so forgive me on this. I think people are so infatuated with the Aaron Rodgers mystique that, and again, we are so conditioned in Pittsburgh to have the same thing over and over and over again, which has worked. So, and I'm a firm believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there is a time where it's, if we're doing the same thing over and over again, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. 9-10 win seasons is great for everybody that's not the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
So change something. Because to me, the worst thing you can do with Will Howard is go a 9 or 10 win season or worse, and maybe you just bump yourself up a draft pick or two. And at that point, sometimes you got to play that game. And maybe Will proves that he's not the guy. Let's go help ourselves in the draft.
Not a bad idea, Rob. I mean, they got a bunch of draft picks, right? So
they do.
We'll see what happens. So
we'll see. A couple of the guys McCarthy brought on wanted to talk about these.
Go ahead. Hit me with it. I don't know anything, Rob.
You were excited about today.
Here I am. I just want to get your football knowledge. I'm kind of here as a sponge. I'll ask you rhetorical questions.
I like the rhetorical question. Brian, I'm going to butcher this last name.
Angelico.
Yes.
I'm a little Italian.
He was hired out of the Vikings. He's hired from the Vikings. What? A little bit of Italian?
No, Angelico. I don't know.
Oh, I knew it wasn't right, but he was closer than what I could get.
Angelico.
The thing
that's a real Southern. He's probably Sicilian.
He's Sicilian.
That's a real true.
Sophia off of the
true deal Italian, brother. Right there, Sicilian gentleman.
You like Sicilian pizza?
Yeah, Ohio Valley is the elite style. Detroit is elite.
Well, to me, Detroit and Sicilian are vastly different.
I mean, you're going. No, I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying just like both of those two styles are usually higher level. And New York style's good. I
like the folded.
But there's just something special about, if you go like true Sicilian or Ohio Valley style, I think Ohio Valley style is the elite.
That's pretty good.
Way to go.
That's pretty good. So anyway, back to Brian. We'll just go with Brian. Brian A. Interesting thing that I like about him. He has had success with tight end development and schemes. What better place than Pittsburgh Steelers to develop some tight end schemes?
No better place, Rob. What are they going to do with? I'm sorry, I'm Bill Belich checking your notes right here. Are you confident they're going to keep Jonnu? What's the deal with the tight end room next year?
Well, I don't love Jonnu, but I like just about everybody else. I like Muth.
You like Muth? Are they good?
Darnell, Washington. I like those guys.
How about the running back? The running back position, Rob. You got a lot of question marks there.
I didn't hate what they did a little bit with the Jonnu side. Well, that's the thing. I think, and one thing that does excite me with the McCarthy hire, I don't quite know what they're going to do offensively, because he has such a library and so many options to go through. So I can't tell you. It's going to be a fun offseason. Latrobe is going to be the place to be. And I've, if you listened last week, I don't say that sparingly. That St. Vincent's the place to be, but it really is going to be this summer.
For about a week or two. So what's like the college life like at St. Vincent College? Do they go down to Greensburg and hang out? What do they do for fun?
I have no idea.
Just kind of hang out in their dorms?
Yeah.
Joey Porter took a shit in his toilet.
What do the Steelers do? Oh, they just hang out in their dorms. They got enough stuff in those dorms for themselves. It is ridiculous what they bring in. It was ridiculous.
I'm sure. I could only imagine what they're bringing. They're importing all kinds of things.
Well, and you can't. No comment.
All kind of different items, I'm sure.
So many things.
All right, Rob, keep it rolling, brother.
Some of these guys, James Campen, their O-line coach, he was with McCarthy in Green Bay. They did have good O-lines.
Good.
So I'm excited to see what we do there.
That's the key important thing, is having good line on each side of the ball.
If you want to win games. Again, selfish plea to get Coach Jack on the show. Coach Jackson I worked for my last year at Valdosta State. Big people beat up little people. The one thing you have to invest in to be successful in the game of football, your offensive line and your defensive line. If you do that, you're going to be just fine.
Amen.
So, one guy I want to bring up, not too thrilled about it, Tom Arth, quarterback's coach, was retained from Tomlin's staff.
Okay.
Look at the quarterback play as of late.
As of late in like the past 10, 15 years or so? Or you mean just like the past couple years? Yeah, not too good.
Great.
No.
But we retain him.
What do you say we give Kenny Pickett another chance?
All right, we're just gonna move past. Defense, really the only guy I want to talk about, Patrick Graham. I talked to a buddy of ours. He kind of talked me off the edge with the Patrick Graham hire. I was not thrilled because you look at him statistically, he has had such bad success. Such bad success.
From Vegas, right?
From Vegas, where our buddy kind of talked me off. He hasn't had much personnel-wise.
Yeah, he's younger, right?
He's younger.
Late 30s?
Yeah, he's younger. So I am all about giving him a chance. I want to see. I'm excited about where the Pittsburgh Steelers are going.
Me too. I think it's a fresh start. I think at least something to be excited about. It's unknown.
If nothing else, to me, a fresh start is something to be excited about. I hope we make the best attempt to make it a true fresh start. Using Will Howard, the draft is huge. What do you think they need in the draft? What
you're asking? I don't know.
What do the Pittsburgh Steelers need to be successful? I think you need at least a receiver in the draft. Get after free agency. I don't really know who's available, so I can't commit to saying get after it in free agency. But I do think you need to leave the draft with at least a receiver.
What about a running back too? We got to get a running back maybe. No,
yeah. Here's the thing to me. unless he is the guy at running back. Running backs anymore are a dime a dozen.
Very true.
They're a dime a dozen. And again, there are running backs that are sell out to get. But they're a dime a dozen. They all end up hurt. It's a physical position.
Once you hit 30 years old, that's really when it's kind of...
It's time to take you out behind the shed and
it's very scary.
Move on. And so I don't love selling out. You can sell out on a receiver. You can absolutely sell out on a receiver. I don't think they should be against looking at some O-linemen in the draft. I think they took strides up front this year, in my opinion. I think we're far from where we need to be successful and get to the games that everybody says we should be winning. I think part of that future is we need to grow the offensive line. They need to be a more cohesive group. To me, I'm off the Broderick Jones project.
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to ask you a question real quick. Do you remember when he tackled Aaron Rodgers?
I do.
Pretty hard against the Cincinnati Bengals?
I do.
I wanted to ask you how you felt about that. That actually made me a little upset.
There is nothing dumber. But first off, there's nothing dumber than tackling a quarterback of any age, let alone Grandpa Rodgers in the backfield with a torn Achilles.
Exactly.
You don't do that.
Bumming around,
And that's the thing. And that's part of where I don't know that, and Broderick Jones is still young and does in some way have some upside. I don't know that he'll ever hit the maturity level needed to be a anchor on an offensive line that I think they drafted him to be.
Right.
So I don't know.
Send him to the gulag.
Somebody could use him.
Just kidding.
Somebody could use him. Staying in football here. Moving on. We're going to put the Steelers to bed for now. You want to talk about anything? Are you doing anything for the draft?
I plan on doing my YouTube. So my podcast, the G Bell Show.
The show.
YouTube, anywhere you get a podcast, look that up. Not much so sports centric, just kind of random all around based on my experiences. I do my travel YouTube, random experience YouTube, G Bell. So look that up on YouTube. Subscribe. Let me know where I should go next. Gonna walk Manhattan tip to tip here soon.
Looking forward to it.
World Cup. Gonna be covering the World Cup this summer, and I got to go to Croatia and meet my family. I'm the only one.
You talked about you got some property over there.
Yeah, and there's a house unclaimed apparently. That was given to my grandmother.
Okay.
Who passed away in the States.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it's sitting there unclaimed.
Okay.
So that's something that's in the works, hopefully long term. But yeah, that's all coming up. So that'll all be documented on my YouTube within the next long term couple years. Who knows? But short term, we got the draft coming up in April.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. I mean, it's going to be a war zone. I don't know how the city infrastructure is going to handle.
It's going to be interesting.
This many people. Now, Green Bay did it. Green Bay doesn't have a 3-river system running through the city.
It's all on an island.
Right.
And
they're building Arts Landing. I don't know. That's the only development that I know of that will be ready in time for the draft. There may have been a couple others, but I really just don't know how the infrastructure of the city will handle that many people. And I live on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Yep.
I could walk to Heinz Field,
but
it would take.
You did.
And I've done it many times on my YouTube channel.
And
I've done Steeler games. I went to Springfield, Ohio during the election craziness. I went to D.C. for the election. I did all kinds of stuff. So go check out my YouTube, G Bell. But anyways, Rob, you won't be able to drive anywhere. I mean, it's going to be gridlock, Airbnbs, and that's the thing.
Bust myself into the city.
Right. And you could hunker down at my place if you want to. We're going to have to walk, though. So put your walking shoes on, brother.
Bring the A6.
It's a 2-mile walk to Heinz Field from my place.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. It's pretty. You got the ketchup factory.
Nice, yeah, nice. It's a good Pittsburgh walk.
Right. Yeah, it's very nice.
Pittsburgh walk.
It's a walkable city, and that's I could walk. I did 16 miles for the last game.
That scares me.
But Pittsburgh is nice in that regard. You could, as much as I bash on the city for not having a nice public transit system, it needs to go to Oakland. It needs to go to the Strip, maybe up to Lawrenceville. Mm-hmm. The thing is, the people in the South Hills really benefit from it. If we lived in the South Hills, we probably have a whole different experience of going to the South Hills Village, parking, hopping on the T, going to games, coming back. That would be amazing. Different. So even if they could find a way to run it to the airport. So I think you run it down 65.
Yeah.
It's flat. You already have rail line there.
You need a ton of, yeah.
And then find a way to snake it up the Swickley, maybe run it under the Swickley Bridge, and then snake it up the hill to the airport.
That's not a bad idea.
It's ambitious. It's going to cost a lot of money. Listen, if you start with Oakland.
If you don't have ambition, where do you go in life?
Exactly, Rob. That's why I'm proud of you, bro.
And that's why I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
you bootstrap. You guys are like the Bonnie and Clyde of podcasting.
We're trying. We're trying.
Big things coming for you.
Kate's taught me a lot.
I was gonna say, and she's the mastermind behind all this.
I learned a couple things this week. I learned how to schedule a post on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I learned how to do a poll on Instagram.
Wow. So you're not really too.
I am not a tech guy. I am not a social media guy. I hate it with everything that I am. But it offers you so much.
Yeah, it's and I started my podcast in 2022, and I sat in my bedroom in Tampa. I had to flip my bed. It had one of those bed, you could flip it up. It wasn't a full.
Oh, yeah. Was it tandem bed?
Yeah, so I would flip up against the wall and bust out my desk and everything, and I would sit in there and pull my hair out because it's just the littlest shit that could mess up something, or a buzzing, or you never know, man. So it is a journey, but it's fun. You do it for the love of the game.
It's been fun,
and just stay consistent.
Having kind of going off of talking about losing football last week. The thing that I felt like I lost was that creative outlet. I love the creative outlet of football. So to be able to sit down and write and kind of, where do I want this to go? It's been great.
Here's the thing, Rob. You wake up in the morning. What time do you start work?
I get there at about 8 o'clock.
What time are you done? Like 5, 6?
We close at 4, so I'm home about 5.
You're home at 5.
Yeah. It's
cold out.
It's freezing.
You can't even walk out there.
No.
So it's nice to have things. It's nice to have, instead of just sitting here scrolling on TikTok, Yes.
Much better.
It's nice to have
much
things.
Better than nothing.
So I'm happy for you, brother.
Thank you.
And especially in the wintertime. It's a nice winter hobby.
It is.
In the summer, you can go outside and do it in the yard.
We go down. We got North Park right behind. Right back here is North Park. You walk right through here. You're in the beautiful outdoors, serene views.
All right, Rob. I don't want to derail you, so go ahead, dude.
No, we were good.
Pick up where you want to go.
I love where we're at. Sticking with football. You talked about apparently your relative.
Oh yeah, that's my cousin, dude.
The
Be nice to
NFL
him.
Hall of Fame snubbing of Bill Belichick. Agree or disagree?
I disagree, but he'll get in eventually.
He'll get. To me, he gets in next year. If he doesn't get in next year, the NFL needs to absolutely. It's not the NFL Hall of Fame; it's Pro Football Hall of Fame. So if he doesn't get in next year, the NFL has to boycott. How do you not? To me, he is the second greatest coach to ever bless the game of football. And I get the Spygate. You have all these gates with them.
He's Croatian, bro. He's corrupt. That's just how we are.
Fair.
It's just part of it's in our blood.
But how do you? I get you have those problems with him. But how do you argue success? And here's the thing. It wasn't Tom. It wasn't all Tom.
No. Not all.
Not all.
They had some killer defensive.
He's the greatest defensive. He's the second greatest defensive mind because first, to me, is the greatest coach to ever coach the game of football. His good friend. The greatest defensive mind and greatest football mind of all time is Nick Saban.
Yeah, and he's Croatian too. Alabama Jones.
God for Croatia. Thank God for Croatia, or else we wouldn't have football.
Alabama Jones, according to Shane Gillis, he's
Alabama Jones.
We don't have to go there either,
but no, I think it's 100% wrong. It is 1,000% wrong to keep the second greatest coach.
This is Canton.
Out of Canton.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to get your opinion. That might be a question that I ask for the next year until he gets into the Hall of Fame.
I think it'll happen within the next few years. Why is he still coaching?
It's time
at UNC. It's just a nightmare.
Him spend time with your 24-year-old girlfriend.
Well, apparently they broke up. I'll have to look that up. But
that's
apparently it's over.
My heart breaks for him.
It's all right, bro. I email him.
You email him. You have a Croatian email chain.
I say, hey, I'm your fifth cousin. Your great grandpa.
Sorry for your loss. Sorry.
Your great grandpa emigrated to the same city my great grandpa did. And our last names are slightly.
Does he have a share of the house?
Shit, he might, because he's from the same village.
You had to fight him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There actually might be some stake in that house. Well, that's the thing. It's grown in. It looks like we're straight out of Chernobyl, dude. So we'll see, man.
We'll see.
We have to take a flight over and check it out.
There you go. Find it on the.
Wait. There was something I wanted to. Shit, I can't remember. Go ahead. If it comes up, I'll
If it comes up, we're here.
Go ahead.
Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm gonna read you a quote. I'm gonna read you a quote, and I want to get your thoughts because this quote absolutely pissed me off. We are committed to making the playoffs. Period. Full stop. And we're gonna hold ourselves accountable to that. From Travis Williams.
I think this is the year, and I'm bummed out. I missed Pirate Fest because of the snowstorm.
Right.
I was going to document both, but I geared up for the snowstorm, which ended up being a better video. But I really think this is going to be a good year, Rob. Sorry, what would you say?
You had to get your toilet paper.
Oh, dude, and I'll talk about that too. But I think this is going to be a year of change. Now, even if we just at least get a winning record, and our divisions, I know the Cardinals are kind of falling off a little bit, right? But the Cubs are always good. The Brewers are good.
Yep.
We'll see. I know you've McCutcheon on there. What do you think about that? I think personally, it's time for him to.
I believe
just chill.
What did I say with the Tomlin thing? That the Bible tells us there's a time for everything under the sun, and it's time for him
15 years
to go.
Right?
And here's the
thing.
15. And I love Andrew McCutcheon. I love everything Andrew McCutcheon stands for, how he goes about things. But there is a time to call it good. And from a business perspective, he's got to see it too. But from a business perspective, we are paying a whole hell of a lot of money for a very poor designated hitter.
I would just say if I had that money, the wife, the kids, the house,
call it good.
I would not want to be on a flight to Phoenix or Houston, Seattle, doing these road trips. I'd want to be home with my family.
Right.
MVP.
Yes.
Accomplished pretty much.
I know
he wants to give it one more run because I think he's seeing the building going on. He's like, oh my God, this could be the final hurrah. Now that is my arguing point. I give it, maybe give him one more chance. And I think that's kind of where he's coming from. He's saying, give me one more chance. We're finally putting a team together.
At this point, maybe because they're not the one thing that breaks everything with the Pittsburgh Steelers or with the Pittsburgh sports scene is the Pittsburgh Pirates, because them bitches got a new roster every year, which happens in baseball. I'm not saying, but maybe you allow him to be the glue that he's the only guy around from the playoff run.
Yeah, and that era felt like an alternate dimension. It didn't feel like real life.
Right?
It felt like it didn't even
So maybe you keep
happen.
him around, keep a guy, and again, I can't praise him enough for doing things the right way, going about his business the right way. So, what do you think Pittsburgh Pirates need to be successful?
Say that again? What
do you think the Pittsburgh Pirates need to be successful?
What do I think they need?
Yeah.
I think they need more ethnic nights. They got rid of Croatian night. They got rid of Italian night. What's going on with that? They got rid of all the ethnic nights. So they would give out hats.
Rock night.
Yeah, they got rid of, I think, better promotions. And then here's the thing. Paul Skeens' bobblehead is April 22nd, something like that, early April.
Birthday.
Going to be a war zone. And the last Paul Skeen bobblehead, they had the line.
We were there.
It was
we were going to be there.
Better promotions. They do. The one thing I'll say they're doing good is there's a bunch of $1 dog nights. I checked the promotional menu. They have $10 dog nights. So that's good.
We're going to a fireworks night.
Yeah, fireworks night. Drone shows are good. What do they need to be successful? I mean, Paul Skeens just has to deal. And he has to get run support, too.
He needs to get run support.
He needs to get run support. The pitching is good, right? Now, once again, I'm not into sports like I used to be. This is all just a broad level watcher and surveyor. So from my broad level, I'd say from what I've seen, the pitching is pretty good.
Yeah.
Skeens doesn't get run support ever.
No.
They got bats. Didn't they they just signed someone, or they're in the process of making a huge deal? I saw that this morning. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
They need bats.
And I don't know any of these players
anymore. Well, and that's the thing. You show up opening day and you learn the roster and have to learn a new one next April.
And I don't play video games anymore. So when I played video games growing up, you knew every guy.
You knew everybody.
So I don't know anyone anymore. But I'm optimistic. And they're fun.
You like Donnie Kelly?
Who?
Donnie Kelly.
That's the manager.
Yeah, from Butler, Pennsylvania.
He seems. Yeah, there you go. He's a local guy, so that fits
Turner's Iced Tea.
That fits the checkpoint. He seems like he got an edge to him a little bit. He's not afraid to get out there and give the ump a little chewing out. You know,
we were at his second game as a manager. Gets tossed. I fell in love.
Yeah, I like that. I like when you go out there and give them some business, and then
you have to.
I just don't know the future of these umps with AI. Not to get off track, but you got to employ these people.
That's a good point.
I know they have a union and everything, and
but they're also robots don't get calls wrong.
It would be nice, and I know that it's honestly the one take of baseball purists is an ump that calls a game a certain way makes the game, and that's like kind of with soccer. They say like sometimes you have a referee that will call a game more hard, and that's just part of the game. I don't know. I'd like a pure balls and strikes game.
And that's the other point too, that you saw with the purists with reviews. To me, I as a football guy, I never coached at a level that had reviews.
Yeah. But, they review everything.
They review everything now in football, and something like the baseball fan in me, that's not baseball.
You like a pure...
I like a pure, call it wrong, let me chew you out, let me get tossed, I'll pay my fine, I'll see you tomorrow night. But...
All right, Rob, I know you're itching to talk about WWE. So I
wrestling.
Don't have
wrestling
much exposure.
Well, let me fill you in.
To it.
You did not miss much with the Royal Rumble. I think this could have honestly been, at least in the modern era, the absolute worst Royal Rumble from a show perspective. So if you are a WWE fan, give me your thoughts, comment, text, whatever. Let me hear your thoughts. But I think this was, honest to God, the worst Royal Rumble as a show we've seen. Since you don't have too much, we'll just kind of fly through this.
Well, I watched John Cena this summer. They were all... It was kind of exciting. They were jumping in the tables, and kind of looked like John Cena may have broke his neck a couple times.
He didn't. He wasn't on this show.
Not on this. I'm talking about one in July.
Oh yeah.
Was it like June or July? It happened.
Yes,
I did see. That's the most I've sat down and watched.
I will say, give talking Cena. We haven't got. I was supposed to talk wrestling last week. I failed. I forgot that. I was nervous last week.
It's okay.
I was nervous. Episode 1.
It happens.
So I forgot a lot of what I was going to talk about. But we'll talk the Cena farewell tour. I thought, as much as it was sort of rushed in storytelling, I think was one of the best productions that WWE has put on in a long time. I think they're getting better with Triple H. I think Vince leaving the company for multiple reasons was good. But I loved what they did with Cena at the end. I loved it.
They bashed him in the neck a couple times.
Bash him a little bit, like throw him around. Go through a table. That's pure Americana entertainment.
So I heard. So my uncle, he was an interesting guy. He used to tell me all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
and he told me that Hulk Hogan used to take razor blades in the back room. Is that true? They
get
razor bladed
up. That's how they used to bleed back in the day.
They would cut them up with knives.
When you go home.
How do they cut them with the knife?
Well, yeah.
In live action, are they?
Oh, you get punched and you go down, and then somebody slips you a razor blade. And you cut.
Really?
Look up. I mean, you could even look up as recent as Devon Dudley. Look up Devon Dudley's forehead. Look up Dusty Rhodes' forehead. They got more cuts on them.
What if a guy makes an accident and accidentally slits your eyeball? That would be crazy. You have to go along with
your own head.
Oh, you cut your own head. Well, I'm saying, how did you cut it before you come out?
No, not necessarily. So we're going to do,
right.
And I throw a good one. You go down. And the ref's like over you, checking you out.
And maybe you hold your face and then slit your head real quick.
He hands you the blade, you cut, and then you go.
So that's how it works.
This is science.
That's wild. I never knew, because I always thought about that, and my uncle passed away like 15 years ago, so I never got to ask him what he meant by that. But they really do that.
It's soap opera for men, and it's awesome.
So that's what I mean. Awesome. Soap opera, and our one buddy, I'll tell you off camera who it is, but he like loves this shit, like hardcore, loves it. We'll watch it till 5 a.m. after a night of boozing. You know, it's kind of like a winding down.
I'm sober watching it till 5 a.m.
It's like a winding down experience after a good night out.
You relax too.
Yeah, it's kind of peaceful.
Back. You know, some people like Young and the Restless. I like Elimination Chamber.
So what are some other cool, like, behind the scenes secrets you know about the production of WWE?
Here's the thing that I like and absolutely hate about where wrestling is today. So they have something called kayfabe.
Okay.
So kayfabe is like the curtain, where like you don't see the behind the scenes. It's not a curtain, but it's the
background, because they do filming behind the scenes. Is that what you mean?
No, so it's the character work. Me staying in character.
Oh.
So like I play a character, you only see that character. I stay in kayfabe. Right?
Okay.
So it's acting, the acting of wrestling. So that isn't a thing anymore. Like, and part of me likes that, because to me, wrestling is so much more accessible than it was growing up. Because it's everywhere now. It's on ESPN, it's on Netflix. They had the whole WWE Network thing. It's everywhere. Wrestlers are becoming. Cena is doing his movie thing. The Rock is doing his thing. It's so much more a part of everyday life now than it was growing up. And it's much. You have more human beings, per se, human characters. Like John Cena is John Cena.
Yeah.
Versus The Undertaker.
Right.
And now I got to learn him as Mark Calloway.
Like so John they're trying to make them more of normalized.
I do. You don't see. I mean, there's a group called the Wyatt Six now that's kind of. I really don't know how to explain them. They're a spinoff of another character who, to me, if he had lived longer, very sad story, Bray Wyatt. They're a spinoff of that, but you don't see the Undertaker anymore, the Papa Shango anymore. These like characters that don't
CM
make any
Punk.
sense. See, I love CM Punk.
I was going to ask you about him.
CM Punk.
How do you feel about him doing MMA when he fought?
Oh, he was bad.
Why'd they do that?
It wasn't they. It was him. He left.
It was him.
He left WWE.
He wanted to fight in the.
He wanted to do something. I don't know. I think he's where he belongs.
I didn't really, and I'm kind of like a broad level follower of MMA in the UFC. I'll watch like big fights. I'll watch. Yeah. The thing is, they're so damn late. But I know they're going to scale it back a little bit now that they moved to Paramount.
Thank God.
But once I really got into UFC and I found out about that fight, I couldn't believe that they let that happen.
Right.
Like, do you think Dana White made a wrong move there, letting CM Punk fight? That was like 12 years ago, right?
Money. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. A huge draw.
To me, from a business perspective, it's a huge draw because it's the first thing.
Cross over the fan bases. Okay.
Who's going to win on Sunday, Garrett?
I think the Patriots are going to win because Robbie Kraft, he kind of is like a master lord of, and I won't go too far into this because I want to play nice ball, but I think they got the keys to the ignition. I'll just leave it at that.
Here's my thing. We'll say first, thank you to Kate for putting together some statistics from our socials. 100% of Facebook said the Seahawks are going to win. That's inaccurate, I thought. Because I am going to call him out because I am sort of in support with his vote, with his comment. We're going to Dr. Zoop.
Mm-hmm.
He did say the Seahawks. He said, okay.
He's low and different.
Dr. Zoop played it conservative.
He's playing the middle.
He's playing, okay, so Dr. Zoop playing in the middle. Here's my thing where I agree with him. I think the Seahawks are going to win. I think they're the more complete team. I think they're the better team. But I can't count out a Mike Vrabel coach football.
Yeah.
I can't. I refuse.
And the Vegas side of it for me is, I think, over 70% of the money's on Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So is Vegas going to let that happen?
I mean,
I don't know. That's where I give the Patriots a shot. And also, the Patriots are a good team, too.
The Patriots are a good team.
The Seahawks are like Megatron times 50.
The thing that bothers me with saying the Seahawks, I never thought I would see the day that Sam Darnold would be like, he's going to.
Who would have thought either of these teams were going to make the Super Bowl this year?
Well, yeah. And credit to the coaching. I mean, particularly Mike Vrabel. I love Mike Vrabel. I thought the worst thing the Tennessee Titans ever did was get rid of him.
He's a hardcore Slovak, dude. He's Czech. He doesn't. He's a Slav, dude. They don't mess around.
They don't.
They're hardcore. They're Slavic football coaches, bro. I'm telling you,
it's a thing. Where would we be in the game of football?
Those Slavs are keeping the game alive.
Nations. Anyways, back to statistics. 100% on Facebook said the Seahawks will win. Dr. Zoop's kind of up in the air. Instagram, 13% for the Patriots, 87% for the Seahawks. Again, more complete team is the Seahawks. The one thing is Mike Vrabel. And defense wins championships. You have two defensive coaches. I'm going to go. Did I pick the Seahawks? Did I say that already? I haven't picked anybody.
You didn't make any picks.
I'm going to go ahead and pick the New England Patriots. Just because, if nothing else, Mike Vrabel. Or whatever, however Tiffany Haddish was pronouncing it. Did you watch the NFL Honors?
No, I did. I saw some clips.
She was horrible. And
I know what I was going to ask you now.
Okay, we'll come to it. I love Tiffany Haddish, but she was horrible. What were you going to ask me?
Well, first, I'll say I think at least Patriots cover 5.5 points.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a classic Vegas cook-up. They're going to give you a show for the ages. They're going to keep you glued to your seat till the end.
Yeah.
You're not going to leave that Super Bowl party till close to midnight, and you're going to have a rough day at work Monday. I think it's going to go down to the wire. Mm-hmm. I think the Seahawks might win, though. But like I said, I would not be surprised if the Patriots. I think realistically, it's a pick 'em. I think the realistic odds are pick 'em, flat pick 'em.
I'm going to have my final pick with 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter on Sunday.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
But the thing I wanted to say was the NFL on. I know. Did you see what Drewski, how he pronounced JSN's name? And then second, do you think that I don't know if you watched the awards. I didn't watch them, but do you think it's becoming a clown show? Do you like the humor that's added in? How do you feel about the new age humor and vulgarity in life?
I mean, part of me just thinks it's entertaining.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Part of life now.
Was it pushing a boundary a little bit? Yeah. But was it maybe the wrong place? Possibly.
Probably. At some level. I don't know. I don't think we didn't watch it long enough.
The world's just changing. The people that are in charge.
We grew up in.
Exactly.
Which we've talked about. Yes. Another plug we've talked about on the G Bell show. So
it's a changing world, Rob.
Be sure to tune into the G Bell
Absolutely. Show. Episode 160. I'll have it out.
Any final thoughts on the Super Bowl or anything we've talked about before we get into the first I Was Thinking segment?
Just looking forward to having fun tomorrow. Having some
Labatt. It's going to be a good day.
Labatt Blue Lights.
You got to drink an American beer.
Nah.
You got to drink an American.
I'm Team Labatt Blue Light. I'll never switch up. I'm hoping they eventually sponsor me at some point. The main YouTube channel would be great to get some Labatt Blue Light sponsorship. But no, I'm just excited to have fun. I don't know what I'm going to do. My parents are making stew and all kinds of food. I might go hang out with them. Me and the lady friend might go somewhere to a friend's house. We don't know. We're kind of up in the air. But it's going to be a fun day tomorrow.
I'm excited. It's always exciting.
It's a fun day.
You wake up, it's like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So much can happen.
What are you and the lady doing?
We are going to a family friends.
Nice.
We're going to go back into Hopewell Township.
What are you most looking forward to
Food.
To eat? What food?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's on the menu. It's a surprise.
Surprise menu.
It's a surprise. I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, how much of a surprise?
It's Pittsburgh theme. It's Pittsburgh theme. Here's the thing. I am a big fan of this family friends cooking. So no matter what's on the menu, I'm stoked.
Good food.
Good food.
That's the catalyst.
Good food. Good friends. Good fellowship, you know?
Do I have anything else? Check out the G Bell show.
Check out the G Bell show.
G Bell Plane. Check out my YouTube.
Again. We will have it We're getting on YouTube.
I'm going to walk Manhattan tip to tip. That's 15 miles. I'm going to do it in one day.
I believe in you.
I don't know when. Soon, within the next month or so.
It's still cold.
Yeah, it's a little cold out. March or April might be a good month to do that.
Absolutely. You ready for the first I was thinking segment?
Go ahead.
All right. The way this segment will work is that Kate will give us a topic as well as questions related to the topic. And we must answer those questions with the best of our knowledge. And if we don't have a clue, Kate encourages us to guess or make up answers. This is right up your alley.
Here we go.
After we answer all the questions, I will blindly read the paragraphs that Kate wrote down from her research on this topic. And your reactions are welcome. Again, follow us, comment. Comment, like, subscribe. That's what all the YouTube people say.
Send us Bitcoin.
Send us Bitcoin. Questions. Topic. It says, topic. I skipped topic. The creation of American football.
Okay.
Okay. Super Bowl weekend. We're going to talk football. Here are the questions for it. What was the original? When? Oh, okay. You got to get a third mic and just have Kate read these.
Yeah, we'll get it mic'd up.
When was the original game of football created?
It was Yale. It was 1906.
It was not. It was Yale in 19. No, it was original, not American. That's another question. Well, don't be coming at me with the soccer stuff, Kate.
I was gonna say, is this
football?
This is football. Oh, well, ancient day.
What you talk about? See, this is misleading. Okay, when was the original game of football created? Who created the original game of football? Do you know what? So let's just start. I'm going to go 1835. Game of football was created in some way, shape, or
form. If we're going football, I'll go BC times by unknown, unnamed. If we're going like football, the kicking football.
You got a nod.
The kicking football around.
Well, I'm answering. The topic was American football.
Oh, American football.
Well, that's okay. I'm gonna go 18.
I gotta call my lawyer, bro.
We gotta figure out what's going on. Anyway, so 1835. You're going sometime BC time.
BC times.
Who created the original game of football? God. I created everything.
God, I was gonna say we could throw God in there.
You can't be wrong.
Answer. Yeah, God would count. God will be my answer, as well.
I'm gonna go. If you're going God, I'll change. I'll go George Washington.
Robbie, just two attack of left hand, bro.
What did he say?
Think about that.
You can't.
Go ahead. What's the next question?
Do you know what the original balls were made of? I do if we're talking football. And it was pig intestine.
Yeah, it was pig. Pig
intestine. A poop chute for
exactly
for pigs.
Exactly.
Or skin. Pig skin was out there, throw the pig skin around.
All right, what's up? What's next?
Well, see, now we're throwing American back in. How/when Okay, so we got to almost backtrack. So I'm wrong on the first one. Because now it's how/when do you think?
Oh,
you locked it out. You locked it. How or when do you think American football was created? I'm going to go with 1835.
Yeah, how did... I mean, it was... Well, no, I know. It was war. It was war simulation. That's the correct answer. Right? Is that correct? Okay. It was war simulation.
I'm going to go with it was war simulation. Who is known as the father of American football? Nick Saban. Daddy football.
I guess you say Vince Lombardi. I'll say Vince, but I feel like it's either you could throw in Bear Bryant in there.
Chuck Noll.
You could throw in modern what's modern football?
Well, that's a good question.
It's that I feel like that's 1960 onward. So I'll say Vince Lombardi will be my final answer.
I mean, if you're saying that, it's Chuck Noll. Chuck Noll. Or was Vince every day of the week.
I'll just say Vince Lombardi. Final answer.
When was the NFL created?
In
1950. It was after the war.
Oh, it was like 1920s.
Well, you had the NFL and the AFL. That's the next question.
I'm going to say 1921.
Is it the original NFL?
1921.
Okay, the original NFL. I like the 1915 and 1920 range. We're going to find out here in a minute. Bonus question. This is going to test your math skills. When was the first Super Bowl?
1960.
I was going to say, what's 60 years from? What's 60 years ago? Well, my dad's 61.
1963.
Shit, what year was my dad born? 60. What year was Kennedy killed?
69?
No.
63.
Kennedy was killed in 63. My dad was born in 64. You're welcome, Dan. That's how I remember when you were brought into this earth. Anyways, it would have been 65.
Yeah, it is. It is 65. I'm not looking it up, but I do actually remember that now that you said that.
Who played? It was the Packers and the Chiefs?
It was.
Packers and the Chiefs, and the Packers won. That's why you have the Vince Lombardi trophy. So now, per instructions from producer Kate, okay, there we go. According to,
I feel like I'm on the Joe Rogan show right now.
This is something high tech with the iPad. According to biographyhost.com, the origin of football goes all the way back thousands of years. Ancient cultures played various games that involved kicking a ball, but that's soccer, which was made. Yeah, you're gonna get upset about that. I hate the game of soccer.
It's all right. Most people
which
do.
Was made of leather or animal bladders, so sort of poop chute of the pig. American football evolved from sports like rugby and soccer and was developed throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries. The sport was not created by one person, but had many influencers and rule changers. American football is known as gridiron football and was created at universities in North America, mainly in the U.S. late 19th century, which was the 1800s. Yes. I know things.
You're a pretty damn smart guy.
I try. I went to Hopewell and Hopewell University. According to History.com, on November 6th, 1869, Princeton and Rutgers held the first intercollegiate football game. It was a soccer-like game with adapted rules based on the London Football Association. The rugby soccer style came to be known when Harvard played a college from Montreal in May of 1874, and Harvard decided they liked that style and game rules better.
Damn, 1874. That's a while back.
The early years of America. The country wasn't even 100 years old yet. America 250. You see it on the sidelines now. They weren't even 100 years old at that point. We just got out of
post-war.
We just got out of Civil War.
Post-Civil War. Going back to war. So was it a war simulation? Can you find that out next?
Can we find out, Producer Kate, if this was a war simulation?
I just read that
because Garrett is all about this war simulation theory. While she's looking that up, we'll keep reading. The father of American football is Walter Camp. Camp was a medical student at Yale who played halfback and was a team captain. A team captain during that time was essentially the head coach. Camp evolved the rugby-like game into the sport we know as football today. American football. It's football. It's football.
We can
football
just keep it. Yeah, we're not talking any other.
Camp guided the newly formed IFA, Intercollegiate Football Association, on the rules of the game. According to History.com, Camp helped create the rules of the game we know today, like 11-man team, giving up the ball at the failure of moving down the field, the quarterback position, line of scrimmage, offensive signal calling, and the scoring scale. The American Professional Football Association was created in 1920 in Canton, Ohio. I did know that. That's why the Hall of Fame is there. Bill Belichick. And was later changed to what we now know as the National Football League today. The American Football League started in 1960, and by 1966, both leagues agreed to a merger. The NFL merged with the AFL in 1970 to create a single league, becoming the biggest football league in the U.S. today. What are you doing?
It's pretty cool stuff right there, Rob.
Bonus question. Okay, we did talk about this. First Super Bowl was at the time called the AFL NFL World Championship. It was called the World. It's still called. Some people call it the World Championship. The game was played on January 15th, 1967. The teams were the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Green Bay Packers won the game 35-10, receiving the first ever Super Bowl trophy, now named after their head coach Vince Lombardi. Hot take. Vince Lombardi is the most overrated head coach in the history of football.
Should I take you out back now or later?
He wins.
Are you kidding me, Rob?
Listen.
You son of a bitch. I'm just kidding.
I mean, if we were really naming the trophy, it would be the Noel Trophy. You'd be playing for the Noel Trophy on Sunday.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Chuck Noll.
It'd be the Reed. It'd be the Belichick trophy.
4 bowls, man.
You got that's win one game, you get a trophy named after you. You win 6 games to put the statue up for you. I don't know.
Should be the Belichick Trophy.
2 years.
I hope they change it to that. That would be nice.
I knew it
was
a war.
It's a war simulating game. That was
that's AI. That's the original AI.
The original
football
purpose
was the original AI through war simulation.
War simulation, brother.
I think that's a great place to start to close out the show.
Let's do it.
First off, thank you, Garrett.
Thanks for having me, man.
Appreciate it. Follow the G Bell Show.
Yeah, G Bell, GBEL, and then G Bell Show for the podcast. But you'll see them right there on YouTube.
Absolutely.
A lot of journeys coming up on the main channel, and then I recap them and talk about many other different subjects, items, occurrences on the podcast. So Rob comes on. We'll get him on here again soon.
Absolutely.
We'll do tier lists. We'll do all kinds of things. So Rob's been too busy doing his show, and I'm very proud of him. This is very impressive. Him and his lady here, really bootstrapping up, ordering all the stuff, learning how to edit, do all the nitty gritty shit. But
Absolutely.
We were here right before. We had some technical issues, but that's just part of the journey,
that's part
Rob.
of it.
And that's just kind of the nice thing. You're going to look back on this in a couple of years when you have 100 episodes in, and you're going to say, damn, I really tackled that stuff. And you're going to learn so much more as you
Absolutely.
go. Every week, whether it's editing or marketing or making ads, who knows?
Who knows?
You're going to grow. You're going to be like a sunflower here pretty soon.
That's Kate's
and
flower.
Your fiance here as well.
She's
very
awesome.
Impressive. So thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. We will have Garrett's channels. We have them in the description. We have the first episode I was on in the description.
Nice.
Of the G Bell Show.
Beautiful.
Really great.
Beautiful.
Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
We're going to get a smoke
YouTube.
machine here.
We're going
to get a green screen. Can we get fireworks in here? You can light them out the window.
We can shoot them out.
I wanted to get pyrotechnics on my show. I was thinking about it. And it's nice.
Very soon.
Because I live with my girlfriend essentially, so she wouldn't care. She wouldn't care. So,
Garrett, we're going to end every episode with a quote. I want to get your thoughts on this one. I said it was a sports quote last week. I was reading through quotes. This is a teamwork quote from Henry Ford. So not necessarily sports, but I think this screams to the world today in the climate that we live in. We're not talking politics here. I think that's very important on this show. We are not going to discuss politics, but for the world. We talk about last week I introduced, I want this show to be a community, about the community that sports creates and life creates. I want to get your thoughts on this, then we'll close out. So from Henry Ford, the Book of Ford, we'll call it.
Go ahead.
Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success.
That's it right there.
I think the world needs that more than anything in today's climate.
Yeah. You got to work together, come together.
Mm-hmm.
If you're you got to get your friends on here too, your family. You got to have as
That's
many
going to be the
people
big
on.
thing because we talk about the community and we, I said last week, the community that sports creates. I think for me, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but feel free to chime in. Where we're from, community is just about everything. One thing I've loved since getting out of coaching and coming back home is being back around our community and our group of guys and our group of friends. That's been great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a special place, and
it's
cool to go back and see all the old pals and
absolutely
go to Shulligan's and get some wings, get some grape
bites.
Grape leaves.
The grape
Lebanese
leaves
club. Hit the Lebanese club.
Oh, yes.
For some grape leaves.
It's great. Being a part of that community is great. Find a part in your community, get involved, work towards progress. See you next week, and remember, keep thinking.